I wrote about like a little bit inciting accident. Lily was reading under the Adoka oak tree, while her joyful dog cheerfully ran across the yard, chasing a bird. She expected her dog to come back so she could pet him, but instead a yelp of fright came. She jerked her head around and found her dog struggling to climb out of a hole that had mysteriously appeared in her yard. Lily ran towards her dog to save her, but it was too late. The hole disappeared with her dog. She froze. Why was there a hole in her yard that a mysterious hole in her yard? Thoughts of fright started taking over her, but they were interrupted by an evil laugh behind her. She turned, and slowly she saw the oak tree that she had leaned on laugh. You'll never see your family now, unless you find the true form of me.
Excellent, very cool. I also love Ellie. This is something I don't know if you do this on purpose, but it's brilliant. You're really good at like wordplay, and you do a really fun thing that I like in poetry. It's a little harder to do in fiction, but I see it in poetry a lot. Where one of my favorite poets, his name is John Ashbery. He does this thing with in poems a lot, where he'll write a very ordinary sentence or a very commonplace sentence, and he'll replace one of the words with another word that sounds like it, but doesn't actually make any sense within the context of the sentence. So you hear the cadence of a sentence you expect to hear, but the sentence doesn't make semantic sense. So you just did this when you announced your scene. You called it not the inciting incident. This is something you do often, and I think it's amazing. You called it the inciting accident. So what you do by calling it that is you indeed write an inciting incident, but you highlight the fact that the incident has a kind of arbitrary or chaotic character or nature about it. The incident itself has a kind of almost um, yeah, almost kind of like a absurdist or bizarre nature. It's very existential. It's also very Greek. You know, this the like the irony of tragedy is that it seems random, and then it turns out in the end that we end up colluding with our own fate unknowingly all along. Anyway, really great inciting accident. The dog runs into a hole that suddenly appears in the ground. The hole turns out to be a kind of sinkhole and portal into another world. Indeed, an inciting incident and accident. It's very cool. Yeah, I like it a lot, and I think it could be the beginning of a really interesting kind of. It reminds me of the Japanese writer Haraki Murakami, who writes many stories like this, where characters will like walk down into the subway, and then suddenly they like accidentally walk through a portal into like an underground world or a parallel universe or something like that. Really bizarre situations where characters just totally accidentally happen upon portals to other realities. So yeah, pretty cool.